Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am PANCZASU, the mighty MiG spammer. Welcome back to Endless Space. Sorry for not uploading a Sword of the Stars the pit video today, but some important things happened in Endless Space and I believe it gives it a priority. So, what are those things that happened? I'm going to gladly share it to you. It's this. Patch 1.1.15 is live at this very moment. I am playing it, in fact, and it is wonderful. First of all, this dev, Medoc, just uploaded a very nice article about how weapons work now in the newest patch and with Disharmony expansion, which is a very cool read in my honest opinion. You should, if you are an Endless Space player, then you do need to read this because it's amazing, it's really helpful. It also talks a little bit how they boosted the stories a tiny little amount, but that's a nice thing indeed as well. They also talk about their Let's Play possibility, and they do not talk about a video from there. They talk about a chance for us to play with the devs, which I'll definitely do. Mind my words, I will be there. I want to kill those devs. They are one of my favorite devs, but I want to just have the satisfaction of proving them that not only VIPs are good at Endless Space, right? And there are plenty of people that are not VIPs, but they are better than VIPs. All this as good as. Okay, I don't know every VIP out there, but I know some of them. Anyway, so that's that. I'm very happy about this. I mean, come on, I just had this past session when I found out that I can actually play with the devs. But one of the other very important things with the 1.1.15 patch that I didn't show it to you here, because it's not mentioned over here, it's mentioned over at the dev blog, is the fact that now there is no longer trade limit for all the factions that you want to create. Thank you everybody who listened to me and also went in there to support me and everybody else who didn't like the idea of limiting the amount of trades you can have for your custom factions. That is definitely something that the devs listened to. They did listen to us and they did remove this feature, and I'm so very happy about this. We saved Endless Space right here, guys. Thank you to you for your support. Thank you to the devs of Endless Space for changing the minds and avoiding a complete disaster. Anyway, after this lengthy introduction, which was important nevertheless, I think we're ready to get on with the action. So, first of all, I'm almost ready to go for a killing spree against pirates who are still on Zeteria, I imagine. As you can see, I have 4 simics already ready, good job. But I think they need one more ship, and this kind of ship needs to be designed specifically to counter pirates. So, Simic... Oh, actually now even says the kind of hull weakness you have on your ship. That's fairly awesome, wow. Well, it is something that was, at least to people like me who like reading through, you know, dev posts and stuff like this, it was fairly obvious that medium-sized ships have only 2 times hull weakness than the bigger ones, and yeah, you know what I'm trying to say, but it's still nice that this information is here nevertheless. So, what I'm going to do is to design a completely new ship. It's going to be called... Hug me, please. And what is the ship going to do? It is going to be a tank for my other ships that will hunt down the pirates. So, since I do not have access to whatever I need to actually make some better flag, which is titanium, or Hyperion, I believe, to make a better shield. No, antimatter actually, never mind. Or Hexaferron to make better deflector as well, so that's the only thing I can put inside the ship. That sounds strange because I'm actually putting it on the outside of the ship, but whatever. But what matters most is the fact that this ship is just going to be here to take the damage. I noticed that pirates often tend to go for the nosebreaker strategy, so if they do this again, I'm gonna punish them severely by making a ship that is virtually just a tank that is supposed to withstand the attacks of the pirates. Sadly, I cannot install any repair modules on this guy because I have no Hyperium. I have basically no strategic resource, which is a little bit annoying, but what I can install is... I cannot install armor anyway! Oh boy, and that's what I wanted to install on this guy to become a really good tank. Well, in this case, let's just install a bunch of other modules, because I don't really know what the pirates are using, that's the problem. They could be using anything, so let's assume they're using everything. I think they are using beams mostly, so let's put 20 of every defense and then a bunch of more on shields, so that's 33 on shields. And this way, I think that the pirate ships will not be able to destroy this guy easily. Or at least not too easily. Actually, you know what? I could remove some of those shields, and actually install a bomber as well, just to give the ship a little bit more of a fighting chance against the pirates. I mean, I know it's supposed to be a tank, And let's keep it like, let's make sure that it remains a tank, but with the additional bomber it would actually have a decent source of constant damage even after this guy goes down, which he might. But anyway, he will have a bomber now, so let's make a Hugby please. How many can I make in a single turn? Only one? Well, one is good enough for me, I would say. And I believe that's all that I needed to do done in this turn, so let's skip to the next one. I did move some of my ships to, you know, GINSENG, so they are already orbiting it, and it's going to be wonderful. I tell you, it is. It really, really is going to be wonderful. GINSENG will be mine again, and Croatia, all those guys will be punished. Those infidels, for ever believing they can actually kill me. Mind you, I'm still most likely going to lose this game. I lost Rim already, in fact, which is a little bit sad, but whatever. But even though I might lose this game, I will not go down alone. I will, mark my words, take Croatia with me at the very least. They will die before I do. They will die before anybody else wins the game. That's what I can promise you for sure. That is what is going to happen. As you can see, they decided to attack my fleet with a single ship. I had a desperate move, but since last time we didn't have a chance to manual any battles, this time I'll gladly do so. He's got kinetics and missiles, which is exactly what I'm prepared to fight against. So let's do just that. Targeting doesn't really matter since the enemy only has one ship, but let's go for Nosebreaker anyway because it has a nice brass knuckles logo. And formation, let's go for defensive formation. I don't want this guy to deal any damage to me whatsoever, and that is exactly what it's going to do if I go for this formation, which, keep in mind, it will make this guy fire mostly at those Simics since they have the most protection, and because they have the most protection, this guy will not deal a whole lot of damage unless he goes for something like spread fire, which would be pretty stupid because it's only one ship. It cannot spread fire too efficiently at all, so this would basically mean that he's going to do nothing. He's still going to do nothing. I'll devastate him, but you know. What should I go for next? Well, I guess shot second, because I do have long range weapons and they work very well with shot second, and having the enemy miss all the time is also relatively nice, isn't it? So let's go for manual. I almost clicked on the auto again. You know how I am. I like to misclick a lot. I actually obviously hate to misclick, but I do this a lot for whatever reason. So I guess that's just who I am. Anyway, yeah, finally some big battle. Not really. The enemy only has one ship. I'm still so mad that last time we had a perfect manual battle opportunity. I didn't really pick on manual, which was like, oh, look at those cutesy little fellas! Wow! No, wait. I want to see them from closer-ish. Oh, they're so tiny, but cute nevertheless. Oh, just look at those. How could you hurt them? They are so nice and beautiful. They don't deserve to die. Actually, they do because they're Horatio, but still, they're cutesy little fellas. They look like those little fishes that you can eat, like whole. You can just put them into your mouth and just eat them, and it's so nice. And they all just died because of my fighters and all bombers. A little bit sad, but whatever. That's, I guess, the rule of the fishes. The bigger fish eat the smaller fish. Yep, that's exactly what just happened. Anyway, the enemy was destroyed, and they still have one ship alive. Alive, that's a new word, by the way. Alive, you use when you want to say that something is not just alive, but it is in fact La Viva La Alive, which is... I have no idea what I'm saying, I'm sorry. Anyway, let's go for weapons overclock to boost my kinetics damage and make sure that this guy doesn't survive if he chose to run away. But he didn't, he just wanted to take the shots into the face, which is okay with me. It's absolutely fine by me. Anyway, oh yeah, it's no longer my ship system, but at least we know that it did finish making its select source. Does it matter? No, because systems cannot grow when they are occupied by pirates, but it's still nice that it's there for when I take over Rim again. It's kinda sad, isn't it? I mean, you don't know what is yet because I didn't tell you, but I haven't seen Pacific Rim in what? 3 days? 4 days, in fact. Wow, that has been a long time. I wanna see it again. I really, really do. Maybe I'll rob the cinema to actually... Oh, that's a good idea. I'll rob the cinema for the tickets to see Pacific Rim. That's a brilliant idea. Yeah, let's do that. Actually, let's not. Not a problem. I'm pretty sure that my mom will buy me the tickets and she will actually go with me as well. She did like Pacific Rim as well. She liked it and quite a lot. So, you know, I can push this lever as much as I want to. So anyway, what else is there to do? This big pew from space. Why don't we annoy the Scorpius? Actually, can capture the Tetes? Well, why don't we do just that? Oh, I like being evil and annoying. I like even more than I like being evil, which is actually kind of difficult to achieve, but that's still who I am. That's who I am. That's what I always do when I fight against them. I just like to be annoying and to make him hate me even more so than usual. Anyway, what kind of ships do I want to make on Amnesia? Actually, how many ships do I still need? I would say I need a fair amount more ships than I already do. Actually, have I retrofitted my big pew from space to actually use the newest siege module? Yes, I did. So let's just make a couple more of them. Why? Because I want to be able to capture Zenith and Triumph at a relatively fast pace. Actually, you know what I could use? No, actually I don't really want to have assault troops. Why? Because when you use assault troops, then there will be collateral damage. You will lose your assault troops, but more importantly, you will also lose a fair amount of your... what are they called? Of the population and buildings on a system that you're trying to invade, which is suboptimal. It's really not ideal. Let me tell you that. So let us end it stand again. Watch GINSENG slowly convert to our side again, and once more we will have access to Hyperion, which will be very nice indeed. And then let's go for a running sweep, grab myself a Zenith and Triumph. I will leave Adana as it is for now, just because I want Croatia to develop the system a little bit better before I take it over. An evil and cunning plan, if you ask me. And somebody wants to do something with me. Okay, let's see what it is. It's Alphonse, they want my hydromail. Go away. You shouldn't be fighting this war anyway right now. What are you doing? You're about to lose your home system. Go for ceasefire treaty or something. Just don't die, because then I would have to fight automatics as well. And I don't want to. I do not. And hello. Yeah, say they want to kill me. They have the destroyers. No, Dreadnoughts, that's the name of the class ship. And they have kinetics melee only. That's good to know. Those guys will be very scared once we go to the melee range. So let's do our best to actually not let this happen. What kind of formation do I want to go for? I'm not sure how effective I'll be against this guy, but I do have kinetics. They are long-range kinetics, and those long-range kinetics, well, as you may have seen in this article that I popped up at the start of the video, kinetics are the kind of guns that do not really have actually, I don't even remember what the article said. So let's have a quick look, shall we? Because I have this right here, so let's have a quick look. Okay, the weight ratio is light, so we know that. So basically, what is important? Kinetics, so they are average, basically not too strong, not too accurate, but they are good on both. They least effective are at long range, but that's okay because I calibrated them to be the best at long range, so they are still going to do their job relatively easily-ish. And that's about it. That didn't actually tell me exactly what I wanted to know. But whatever, I wanted to say something, but I don't really remember what it was. But the point I was trying to make is that I think I'll go for Nosebreaker. I'm not sure if those Imperators will be able to withstand the damage that I will deal. I mean, you do have to keep in mind that there is this hero right here. He will boost his ship's defense by a crap ton and make them almost invulnerable, like really. And he may have some special battle cards that he is also going to play. So I do need to make sure that those guys fall down, which is what I gladly do. What kind of formation do I want to go for? Well, those guys are using kinetics, and my old ships, they are very weak against kinetics. My new ships, however, they are fairly well equipped against kinetics. So I guess I'll yet again go for defensive formation to soak up as much damage as I can. Keep in mind, I'm hoping that I do not get to melee range, because then those kinetics, they will pack a hell of a punch. Kinetics on melee range, they're basically the best thing that you can have for glass cannons nowadays. Because it is quite expensive, the deflectors that counter kinetics are quite expensive in terms of weight. Anyway, what I'm going to start with, short circuit, either have long range weapons and they will lower the enemy's accuracy, and since they are using melee range kinetics, their accuracy is going to be fairly small indeed. So short circuit is probably the way to go. Now the problem is, the enemy might use an engineering battle card. In fact, I think it's a fairly solid idea to assume that they will do so, but then I'll adapt. Maybe I'll change it into a camouflage option, but I'll think about this. Obviously in melee I want to boost my deflectors, because if the enemy survives still dead, then I'm in big trouble. Maybe I should even retreat, but I'm not the kind of person that retreats from their battles. I'm the kind of person that stays in those battles and makes the enemy bleed. And even at the cost of my own life, I will kill the enemy kaiju. I'm like the most awesome, suicidal, but still awesome regardless Jäger that ever was. I'm like Channel Alpha, that's who I am. And those guys, wow. Those kinetics, they look awesome, don't they? Yes, they do, yes, they do. Anyway, you know what? I think I will... Yeah, I think I will remain going for Nosebreaker because thus far, actually I haven't seen the effectiveness of this because I am using long-range weapons, so yeah, it will take me a while to actually see the effectiveness of this. Is it just me, by the way, or is the performance of this game drastically improved? Holy ballcake! I think it is, actually. What is the frame rate right now? It's very, very low, actually. Wow. But just a second ago, I could swear it was greatly improved. But anyway, things are going very, very wrong indeed, because I cannot seem to be able to do anything to those dreadnoughts. I am nosebreakering. I am doing my absolute best to actually destroy them, and I'm not destroying them at all. Why? What is happening? Why can I not break through the defenses? I have no idea, but it worries me greatly, even though I did counter them, mind you. So what is going on? I'm losing Simics, only one fell down thus far, but could be worse. Actually, those Simics, are they using long range? It says they have long range, but the kinetics they're firing, they are melee range. Is it a bug that was introduced via, you know, updating the game to a newer patch? This might be what it is, and if that's the case, then that's not fair. No, seriously, what happened? I can't believe that I did so little damage to those guys. That's with those breaker. No, hold on a second, something is really wrong. Hold on a second. It felt like I was attacking with melee kinetics instead of long range kinetics. I could swear that the animation of them was the animation of melee kinetics instead of long range kinetics. I could swear that this is the case. And I did counter the enemy twice. That's very, 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 very strange. My best weapon were bomber's weapons. Well, that's to be expected, obviously. But still... what happened? Seriously, this couldn't just be a hero. This couldn't be just a hero. He was level 11. That's not enough to actually make this kind of a difference. What on earth happened right there? I wanna know. Because this concerns me greatly. What on earth happened? I don't know, but I think I need to retrofit the Simics. Okay, so now they're actually over the maximum weight, which is bad. The enemy is also using deflectors, which is also bad, and I cannot actually upgrade them because I don't have the necessary ingredients. Ingredients? Well, whatever, let's call them ingredients. So let's lower my flag by a little. And now this ship actually is just producible, because right before it was over the top, but let's get rid of our kinetics, since the enemy was using a lot of kinetics and they are not the best thing in long range. Since the enemy is using those big bulky ships, what I should do is actually go for missiles, because they are very effective actually. I cannot go for missiles, I have no titanium, no! I cannot go for anything, well I can go for lasers, and lasers are more effective in long range than the kinetics are. But then again, I do have better version of kinetics already available to me. Let's not make any changes if that's the case. Let's not do that, and let's continue trying to spam my ships. I just know that I'll have to make more Simics if that's the case, but I still think that something is wrong. And I'll have to see what exactly is wrong, because something is. Alright, where are the pirates, this says? Where are they? There used to be pirates over at Zeteria, and they are not here. I also do not see them at Stadius either, and they are not heading between those two systems unless they are right over here, but then I think I would see them, so it says just in there heading into Keris. So let's try and intercept them and find out, yep, that's where they are. I'll gladly kill them all and watch their innards spill all over the universe. That's the kind of man I am. I like to watch innards spill. Anyway, I really do need more strategic resources, but I do not have them anywhere. I have no titanium, I have no antimatter. Hexafermi is way off, it's far away in the distance. And yeah, there is titanium over here on Isoba. Last time I tried to go for it, it didn't work out too well for me now, did it? In fact, as you can see, yeah. Huh, Croatia also do not have antimatter. Actually, wait a second, there is antimatter right here! Okay, so when I capture Zenith, I will be able to go for beings, and that's what I'll gladly do. Anyway, in the meantime, let us actually fight this fight again. Why? Because I want to know what on earth went wrong last time. Because something did. And I'm not sure what. I don't really like the idea of things going wrong, and I'll gladly figure out what on earth happened that caused my ships to basically be sub-effective. Let's get rid of those tectonics. Okay, so they're gone. They basically dealt no damage whatsoever anyway. And let's instead make sure that Ginseng has a ton of simics inside of it. So that's one simic over there. There are... Oh, those are 3 simics right here. So let's move them all to Ginseng. Like that. Actually, I can only move 1. So let's... Where was this fleet where a single simic? There it is. Let's move it into Ginseng. And now Ginseng has a bunch of simics. Actually, this guy is damaged. So let's move him into beta fleet so he doesn't interrupt my distraction procedures, which is apparently a procedure, whatever. And let's merge some things together so that they do not make a nasty view of things and make me confused as to what on earth do I want to do. And there was a single standalone simic, wasn't there? Or did I already incorporate this guy? Whatever, if that's the case, then I just put this simic over here. And now this fleet, I hope, will do way better. If not, then I just have no idea what happened last time. I basically do not. Let's go for nosebreak again, because it seems like a solid idea. Let's go for default formation, so that I do not basically lose any ships in this encounter. Whatever, let's continue going for short circle. Last time it worked perfectly, because it countered the enemy over and over again. Let's go for manual, and I will actually go for a manual camera as well, because just so that I see if my ships are using the proper kinetic modules. Because keep in mind, I'm supposed to be using long-range kinetics. Was I using long-range kinetics last time? No, indeed I wasn't, so what was going on? I have no idea. Anyway, camera locked. Now it is moving as fast as my own ship, so let's move the camera around a little bit, like so. And this should be relatively okay. So let's see what happens. The enemy actually went for short circuit. Yeah! I'm not using long range. It is melee range instead of long range. Why is that? Okay, so I do need to retrofit my simic-class ships, because they, for whatever reason, after updating the patch, my simics decided to, you know, downgrade to a melee-class kinetics, which is suboptimal to say the least. No, seriously, this is what basically made me lose this previous battle. I didn't lose it per se, I mean, I was still alive at the end of it, but you all know what I mean. I didn't kill the enemy, and I should have been able to do this. So I definitely do need to retrofit my simics, which is annoying because right now I'm cheating the weight modules because the weight of the deflectors has been adjusted. They cost much more now, and I was basically able to avoid this by not retrofitting my ships. Maybe that's what's causing my ships not to actually use the weapons they have installed. I don't know what happened actually. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Does it really matter? It does, because those dreadnoughts, they are still standing tall, and I can't get rid of them, and they are in fact getting rid of my simics quite efficiently and effectively. I do have some bombers, I assume, but they are not doing the best job. I mean, they are. I'm pretty sure that those bombers right there, they are my main, if not only source of damage right now, because, yeah. So, things are not looking as well as I had hoped they would, but that's only because of a bug, okay? And that's okay, bugs, they can be addressed. Things can be changed to improve the overall quality of life. And what am I talking about? Am I a politician or something? Improve the quality of life, be nice, and whatnot. That sounds so strange. Anyway, let's try and attack those guys, those dreadnoughts with this fleet. Now, those old tectonics, they are going to die in this encounter. I have no doubts about that. But maybe, just maybe, they'll be able to take one Imperator with them. Emperor or whatever. It should be called Emperor, but let's call them Imperator if the devs insist on calling it this way. Also, let's sacrifice my Simic so that it acts like a mid-shield for the rest of my fleet. Actually, those two Simics will act as mid-shields. So, yeah, let's do just that. I think it's a solid idea. Basically, it will allow my Tectonics to stay alive longer and dish out more damage this way, because they do have less weapon modules than the Simics, but at the same time, they'll still have quite a lot, and by sacking the damage via the use of Tectonics, I'll be able to stay alive for longer. Let's go for short circuit again, but this time, since last time when the battle was going on, I didn't adjust my cards at all. This time, however, if I see that the enemy is going for weapon overclock, I'll change my card into whatever it's called. Deflector shielding something? I don't remember how it's called. It's called magnetic field. That's how it's called. I actually might do this right now just to make my ship survive a little bit longer, and by my ships I mean Simics, so that the Tectonics are left untouched for a longer period of time. In fact, why not actually go all in for this? Actually, no. Let's go for short circuit in the medium, and then yeah, let's see how well this works out. Anyway, this time I'm going for for an automatic camera, and let's see how well it works. Actually, let's get rid of the card and see how well the game looks without it. One thing that I see that it has not been actually fixed, which used to be fixed and it's not anymore, we cannot actually see the deflectors going on. Those kinetics are supposed to be deflecting of some things, and they are not. Oh well. Anyway, let's see if I actually managed to counter the enemy. Yes, I did. If that's the case, let's continue going for a short second, and let's continue seeing the game without any counter whatsoever. I am losing. Come on! Camera, change the angle. You know what we need? We need a single button press which will automatically make the automatic camera to change its position. This potentially could fix a lot of the issues. Anyway, my beautiful fighters and bombers, they are what makes me do any damage to those guys. Okay, new count, what happened? Melee phase, and I countered them again. I should be able to absolutely annihilate my enemies, but as it turns out, I'm still using long range. I mean, I'm still not using long range, even though I'm supposed to do so. Yeah, so I wasn't able to do this. Then again, I guess this means that because I'm using melee range for whatever reason, I'm able to do more damage in melee phase as well, so I think I did destroy one guy. I think I did! One guy goes down, yes! Thank you, everybody. That was a valiant effort, and we did it. We destroyed. Both of them are down! Yes! Take that! That's for Channel Alpha, you sons of guns! That's what I like to see. Yeah! Oh yeah, baby! Punch it in the face. That's what I like to see. Ginseng is no longer protected. Let's take it back, dear says. Let's take it back. In the meantime, let's redesign my ship, because apparently Simics are bugged, so let's redesign them, like, completely. As in, reset. Oh, that's a very nice button, I like it. Oh, wait a second. That actually, oh, it, okay, I thought it just, by reset, I thought it meant, like, remove all the modules. That's actually not what it meant, but whatever. So let's get rid of all of those things, and just start over again. Why? Because I don't really trust the game to actually do it for me. What else is there that I could install, but nah, the only things that I installed are bombers and fighters, and I do want to keep some fighters, just in case the enemy also will go for some fighters. Now, what do I want? What can I install? And what do I want to install? Deflectors. They cost a lot of weight compared to other defenses, and by that I mean a ton of weight, but if I have a ton of them, then things should go relatively well. And I do not really have to worry about the enemy using other things, but I'm already using a ton of my tonnage. But I still need some shields and flanks, just in case the enemy is actually going for this. Now, my kinetics, let's actually make it optimized for medium range. Why? Because it's a safe assumption to, it's a safe option to go for. If long range is bugged or whatever, it's still going to work well. It doesn't cost too much tonnage. It's still going to dish out a nice amount of damage, and it will be most effective before the enemy's kinetics, which are optimized for melee range, will be most effective. Which means that I'll possibly be able to counter the enemy before he counters me, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Actually, let's get rid of some of those deflectors just so that I install more kinetics, which is an important thing indeed. Now this ship actually isn't all that effective. You know what? Actually, let's keep Simic as a thing, because it is, look at this. It is so much way more powerful. It's, yeah, breaking all the rules. So let's just design a fake Simic, and let's just do all the things I did over here like that. So let's go for that. Let's go for special modules, battle fighter and battle bomber, please. There we go. That's very nice support. I cannot install anything whatsoever aside from siege and scout and engine and civilian, but I don't want any of that, obviously. Let's go for lower class shields and flak. 5 of each. That's just in case, you know, just it will make my ships not die to a single salvo of missiles and beams in case the enemy actually goes for that. They are still very vulnerable to this kind of attack, but they are not too vulnerable, if you know what I mean. And actually I was able to install 18 of those deflectors. That's more than I expected. Why? Did I change something? I'm pretty sure I didn't. Huh, strange. Well, if that's the case, then maybe I can install more deflectors. I mean kinetics, let's go for 11. 11 is a nice amount, let's go for that. Okay, create and fake Simics are now a thing. So let's start making those, because I do have a lot of big people from space, but I do need some more Simics now to actually, I mean fake Simics to actually back my fleets up when fighting the Horatio, who are now becoming exceedingly annoying and efficient at being annoying. That's a text from Matrix. Anyway, I think that's all I needed to do in this particular turn, so let's proceed with the next one. I'm so close to getting this stack that will actually make me awesome. And I'm not ending this video before I get the stack. Mind my words, I am not. Even though right now this video is half an hour already, I'm not gonna end it. I want this to get the stack fast. And what else do I want? I want to drink my ginseng, which is exactly what I'm going to do right now. So hold to your houses for a moment. Wow! Wow! Oh! You can't get used to that. No, you cannot. Wow! Holy Toledo! Whew! That's just... wow. Okay. You really cannot get used to it. You just... that's impossible. Anyway, go away. I'm busy doing other things. Anyway, somebody said something. What is this? Oh no. Are Sheridan really this retarded? Are they this retarded? I cannot believe this. Kravis liked me, okay? And what Sheridan thought was a good idea? They declared war on Kravis. Because, you know, fighting a war on 2 fronts is not enough. How about we fight a war on 3 fronts against the player who is the most powerful player in the entire effing universe? My friends will lose this fight. And that's going to be it. There's no way. They were doing very nice thus far. But now they're going to die. In fact, as you can see, Swords are already launching a counter assault. And while I believe Sheridan would be good enough to actually kill those guys, kill those 2 on their own, with my support even more so. But against Kravis, are you effing kidding me? No! I'm leaving the Alliance. Sorry, it was nice being with you guys. But what you made me go into is 2 stupid wars that you shouldn't be at anyway. I mean, Sharon, I understand, but so far you were dumb to be at in this war. And now you're dumb enough to challenge the most powerful player in the entire universe, who's got the biggest fleet out of all of us, and he can crush anybody he desires. Are you kidding me? No! Leave the Alliance. Which is bad, because this also makes me leave the Alliance with Sophons, and those 2 guys are still in Alliance, and I'm still at war with those guys, which I do not want to. So you, why don't you accept my ceasefire? We shouldn't be at a war anyway. Oh, come on, I hate you so much. You know what, maybe I should have just stayed in this alliance, it's not much would change, but I don't want to anger the Cravers, and the Cravers, they would be death of me. They would be the death of me. And nowadays, I cannot even see my friends anymore. That's just so sad. Whatever, just... Sometimes I think that the AI, even when you are at alliance with the AI still teams up against you just to annoy you. I feel like this is actually legitimately the case. This is exactly what is going on. The game just wants me dead. And it is basically shameless, that's what it is. And you just say you got Phaeton so that no pirates spawn in there. Thank you very much. Okay, more big pew from space. You continue going on Ginseng, thank you very much. And come on, those coalitions didn't even exploit this gas method. I bet they do not do a single thing on Ginseng. They're just happy that this system is awful, because keep in mind they destroyed every single improvement over there. You know what? If they're going to do this like this, I gotta play the same game. I'm gonna play ball. I am going to play... Actually, I cannot play ball. You know what I wanted to do? I wanted to make a ship with a ton of AP bombs and bombs, but I don't have the Orkilakics, and I don't have whatever is required for AP bombs, I bet. So, never mind. I have no strategic resources whatsoever. That's so sad. Anyway, you... I told you to go to Ginseng. Why are you not listening, you bastard? Okay. Now, what is happening over here? Those guys, they think they're smart because they... Well, this guy is just... That's just... sad, really. He's a bully. He's a bully at school. You can tell that right from the get-go. Anyway, yeah, wow, he won. So surprising, really. I totally didn't see this one coming. Alright. Our space border on Ginseng is imminent, and that's my Simic fleet that is going to be destroyed in a matter of seconds. Okay, so this fleet is going to go down, so let's prepare another fleet to be able to stand their ground afterwards. So you just says, you join the beta, I said you join beta. Will you join beta? You cannot because there's a battle going on GINSENG. Is that what it is? I think that's what it is. Unknowingly enough. Okay. First of all, let's make sure that beta is actually... Okay, everybody is guarding the system. That's good. You know what? Maybe, just maybe I should retreat. Or... I might as well just do as much damage as I can because I cannot retrofit those ships as Harmony. I do not have the option. So let's just be as annoying as it is humanly possible. Let's do as much damage as I can. And I can do so via the use of short circuits. So let's do just that. Enter the manual battle and see what I can achieve, shall we? I hope I can achieve greatness. Am I asking for much? I might be asking for much, but let's try to do this nevertheless. Anyway, this day, actually I'm not gonna talk about this day just yet because I know how it goes. Whenever I try to go off topic during a battle, I cannot do so because battle requires my attention and I always want to comment on what happened and why it happened. And then I cannot talk off topic, so it's a very poor timing for me to actually talk off topic while in the heat of battle. Anyway, I'm going to counter the enemy 3 times in a row, I bet. Will this save me in any way, shape or form? No! No, because all of a sudden my cynics are not using long range weapons. Those bugs, I am almost certain they are not actually, you know... it almost feels like they are intentional. Game just throws me, it wants me dead. Anyway, I'm doing a reasonable job at destroying the enemy ducks. Those ships... Ducks? Ducks are adorable, I do like those animals, but those ships, however, called ducks, they are not too effective. They are going to go down very, very easily. The Imperator, that's what worries me. This is the kind of guy who can dish out an enormous amount of damage very easily. And why am I focusing on him? I would love to focus on the other guy instead. Okay, it appears that this guy is on the top of the enemy list, so instead let's go for Guillotine. Why? Because then I'll actually be able to open fire on ducks as well and take it out, leaving only the Imperator for me to actually care about. And man, if not for those bombers and fires, I would be losing those battles so severely. I tell you, those are the only guys that actually do any damage to those big enemy ships. I guarantee that's what is happening. And that's why, in my honest opinion, bombers are amazing. Some people say they are weak-ish, or at least that they used to be. They never were. Not in my experience. They are always good if the enemy doesn't have anything to counter them. And as it turns out, the Croatians do not have anything to counter them. Also, looky here, my entire fleet survived this attack. Yep, that's what happened. Anyway, I'm almost there. I'm basically doing a reasonable job at capturing GINSENG. I hope I'll be actually able to capture it relatively quickly. Hold on a second. Can you... Oh, don't tell me. I think I read something about this. Is it true that in Disharmony, when you do not invade a system via use of soldiers, but when you invade it in the old school style, did they make it so that yet again you have to wait for at least 4 turns to actually capture a system? Or in this case, it is, as it turns out, 5 turns? If the game is what it is, then I'm slightly annoyed. Or maybe I just do not have enough invasion power, although it does certainly look like I have more than enough invasion power. It does look like I have a ton of invasion power. I'm not sure, I have to double check that, because it is a little bit worrying right now. Anyway, let's keep attacking the enemy fleet, because, hey, why not? What I'm going to do, well, it's fairly obvious. I'm gonna go for Nosebreaker again. Actually, no. Let's go for Guillotine. It's a pretty solid idea. I want to take care of ducks. Let's go for Defensive Formation so that Simics take the damage and the Tectonics can dish out the damage. Let's go for Shot Circuit because the enemy seems to be retarded and seems to be going for Magnetic Field over and over again. Don't really know why. AI has been improved significantly over the past several months. It is now happily adjusting its battle cards and it is changing them from time to time to surprise you as well. But nowadays, I mean in the previous couple of battles, that's not what happened at all. And, well, I guess I cannot complain because... Hey, I want to click on the manual camera. Because it just allowed me to completely obliterate the enemy, but still, it's a little bit surprising. Anyway, how about we change the camera angle a little bit to something like this? I don't think it worked all that well. No, I think it's a good camera angle. Let's get rid of cloud as well. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, it does look like a nice wallpapery kind of thingy. Relatively nice, obviously, but that's good enough for me. And look at those slowpoke bombers that's making their way towards the enemy ship and actually being like, yeah, we'll get there eventually. Just hold on, we'll get there in time. And all of a sudden they get incredibly fast. Which I don't care about at all, and I could not complain as well. And yeah, this guy, he's gonna get it. Oh wow, he actually went down very, very quickly. Those Tectonics, they are countering the enemy ship quite nicely, don't they? Yeah, they're doing a very nice job. I think what I'll do, in fact, is continue making those smaller kind of ships that are designed to punch through the enemy's armor, and those bigger ships as well that are in fact designed to actually tank the damage for the rest of my fleet. But I'll do so only after I gain access to Hyperium and Antimatter, and hopefully Hexatherm, so then I can have more tonnage available for my smaller ships and better deflectors available for my bigger ships. In the meantime, I'm still not sure if, you know, if I'm actually utilizing all of these invasion modules. It feels like I'm not. But anyway, let's actually merge some of my invasion ships together, because it's a little bit annoying to have them in so many things. And how about I make a risk, I take a stupid and unnecessary risk and move those invasion ships at zenith to actually see if the invasion time on GINSENG will increase or decrease at all. Oh, they have no movement, so I will not do so just yet. So how about I move you now that it will definitely decrease and this will not prove anything. Okay, let's just leave it as it is for now at least. And proceed with the next stand, and there I will have personal shielding, baby. This will be so amazing. Anyway, off topic. I'm so thankful that gas donation, aka Sonyashi Day, is a thing. Why? Let's just say that today was supposed to be yet another stupid, boring day where nothing of value is happening. Because, yeah, I thought it is going to be this kind of day. So I was there lying on my couch doing nothing after a short nap which I didn't want to take anyway. And I just grabbed my cell phone and played G. And all of a sudden I'm like, yeah, let's do something with my life, something positive and constructive, and I started doing just that. They are so helpful. Sadly and annoyingly, I'm a little bit of a masochist, because whenever I feel down or bad or yes, or whenever I feel like something is not as good as it is, or when I'm having a bad day, I, for some reason, don't ask me why, I feel like I deserve to be punished, and don't, even though I technically speaking want to feel better, I also don't want to make myself feel better. I know it's strange, it's really weird, and it does, I think, prove that I'm not only sadist, I'm also a masochist. But that's how it is. So for example, oftentimes when I feel bad, or when I'm sick or something, I actually deliberately not turn on Sonyashi Day, because they would heal me. And I don't want this to happen. Why? I don't get it. I do not. It's very strange. It's more ridiculous than the Stockholm Syndrome, if you ask me. It really, really is a strange thing indeed. But when sometimes I actually man up, and by man up I mean I become a little bit more intelligent and actually do something with my life and do something to improve my how is it called? My not emotion, not approval, not happiness, my this gives me brain work. Anyway, but sometimes what I was trying to say, when I actually am not dumb and do turn Sonyashi Day on, they just help me so much. I mean, I instantly become a better, happier person that actually is productive during its day and doesn't waste it all on doing stupid things. Anyway, let's do our test thingy. I do have a bunch of big pew from space, and actually that's not going to be a valid test anyway, because no matter what happens, I'll be able to capture this thing in a single 10. But I guess this will be a good test when we start capturing zeniths, and we will start capturing zeniths. Mind my words. Anyway, another production finished, that's nice, but finally, after ages and the ages of wait, we have personal shielding, baby! That's very nice. Now, the cost of this, it will take me 3 turns to make this improvement, but it doesn't cost anything other than that. I just have to wait for 3 turns and not do anything on my systems. Can I afford to do so? Yes, my fleet is relatively big at this point in time. And in fact, when I finished recording last video, my fleet, even though it was only about, I think it's accurate, around 5th strongest fleet in the galaxy, every player in the entire galaxy has a fleet which is more or less exactly as strong as mine is, with the exception of Sheridan, who have way better fleet than everybody else, and Kravis, who's got like twice the size of the Sheridan's fleet. But everybody else, Autonomous, Horatius, Sophons, and Sowers, they have a fleet that is comparable to mine. So I do have big enough fleet to actually start going for those upgrades, and you know what? I will gladly do so. I'll finish this facsimile because it's already almost done, but then... Yes, contamination barriers it is, baby! I'm so very happy. No, I didn't want to click here. You just say you're almost done with the simic, so let's let you finish that. But everybody else, sorry for that, contamination. Oh, you need 2 tanks, huh? Even though it says cost 3 tanks, that's kinda... sorry, funny. Whatever, I'll deal with that. And since I'm no longer making ships, I mean, except for those 2, but you know what I mean, I can go for... Actually, no, I do need some more science. Why? Because I want to discover Orchilakix. Actually, I don't have Orchilakix anywhere anyway. But what I do want is I want those 3D replication plants. So let's keep my science where it is for now, and then I'll just max out the food. Then again, after I do that, I'll probably want to make more ships to actually be able to continuously invade Horatio. So for now... Actually, let advanced simulations finish, and then I'll max out food. So for now, let's just make sure that I get advanced simulations in a single turn. So let's leave it as it is. Finish my turn because I want ginseng back, and then I'll boost my food production for a 10 or 2. But that's still a boost in food production, a very big one. And yeah, things are looking up. I'm gonna take Horatio down with me, and I don't think you can now argue against it. This is going to happen. Anyway, something is going on. Sheldon won my hydromeal. No, you're not getting it. You went into war with Cravers. That was stupid, and I don't know why you did that. What else? Advanced simulations are here. That's very nice. And oh, hi there, pirates. I really should end this video, guys, because it is very long already. It will be a nightmare to encode and a nightmare to upload, but there are things that need to be taken care of. I believe that that's yet another emperor or something along those lines heading my way. That's okay, because ginseng is mine, and the enemy... How did they get restoration grids? Oh, maybe they weren't destroyed when the enemy invaded. That could be a thing. Maybe they didn't destroy every single thing. It looked like they did, but I think they didn't destroy those things up to restoration grids, and then they made those things. And they also, what they did is created greenhouse shields. That's very nice. Plus 20 food is pretty good. Also 46% owner, that's good, because I was able to get the system back at a reasonably decent time. They got rid of irradiated. That's good, I'm very happy and proud of you guys. And by guys I mean Horatio. That was unexpected. Alien graphing on everything, that's good, because I do need the food. And get back here. Let's cleanse this system of any dust. I'm so happy. Yes! Let the cleansing begin! Man, this video deserves like 20 different titles. 1.1.15 is live. I started cleansing things up. Sunny today is awesome as always, and so many things went right. It's just beyond me, it really is. Anyway, let's end this videocast with a battle, and let's see how well I do against pirates. I forgot what kind of things they're using. Beams. Okay, I think I did design Hack Me Please with beams in mind. Yes, I did. He has a lot of shields. So let's go for guillotine, and let's definitely go for defensive formation, because I believe that my Hack Me Please has way more defense, yes it does, than anybody else. What kind of battle card? I have no idea what the enemy might be using. So let's start with a short circuit, because those simics actually they do not really have long range weapons, do they? Apparently. So let's instead go for weapon overclock to increase my kinetic damage, and then repair the damage on my Hack Me Please, and see how this works. In the meantime, I'll say my outro already, so that I do not have to say it after the battle ends. It was PANCZASU, the mighty mix power, bringing the fight to the Horatio and pawning them. If you somehow managed to enjoy my videocast, then please by all means like it, maybe even subscribe to my channel if you wish to see more of my work. Also, please do leave a comment, I do love reading them and they do help me out immensely. Thank you for watching, and I will not say I'll see you online just yet, because there's still a battle to witness. Okay, the enemy is firing a ton of stuff in my general direction, but they should hopefully target Hack Me Please, and as you can see... Oh, actually, there are beams shields now in effect. That's strange. Maybe... I don't know. Maybe the thing with the shield effects not actually displaying has been fixed, but I do need to design new ships in order for the fix to actually be present. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, my non-oppressed resources didn't return a lot, but Hagman Place is still staying strong, and the pirates, all they're going down one after the other. And this is just a beautiful massacre. I don't have to worry about anything, because those guys, they are going to go down. Oh yes. Hagman Place was a brilliant idea, and this fleet is what I can use to cleanse the universe of the pirate friend once and for all. And you know what that means? I can start colonizing all my other systems again. Yes! Today's videocast, complete and utter success. Thank you, game, for throwing me a bone. Even though you didn't want to, you actually tried to take the advantages away from me. But in the end, it worked out nicely, and I did record this entire thing good. So, thank you for watching it again, and I will see you online!